What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot laddering. So, we're continuing on playing Zordor's Sandaconda team. That, if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, go and do so. This team's been really cool. I've gotten to play a few unique mons that normally you don't get to play in this format, specifically Sandaconda and Mienshao, and it's been cool. I've really enjoyed my time with this team so far, but as always, all good things must come to an end, and this is the last day we're going to be playing it for the foreseeable future. But let's see what we can do with it today, see if we can't pull up into higher tiers and all that good stuff, because it is a newer season, and let's just get to it. So, where is it? There it is. Cool. There we go. So make sure, I believe this is coming out on Saturday. Tomorrow, we have an exhibition match between Carl and myself to decide the next team of the week. And that's going to be a running thing that we have on Sundays for the foreseeable future. So make sure you check that out. Carl, I know, put in a ton of work on editing it, and it turned out really well. So make sure you all check that out when it does go live and everything else. And today, we have Venu, Cole, backed up with Eliki, Urshifu, P2, and Landorus. Well, I think I like Mienshao Zapdos up front. I think Zapdos puts on a ton of pressure against the Sun things, if that's what they're wanting to do. I think Mienshao being able to fake out and pressure the P2, if that is their lead. A typical lead here would be like P2 plus Venusaur, depending on what they're doing. So I'm pretty okay with this lead. I think Celesteela looks really okay. And I think Sandaconda is probably going to be what we round this out with. I think I'm pretty alright with everything we're bringing here. Yeah, I like it. Let's lock it in. Sandaconda gets to come in and completely body Eliki if that is something they bring. We can set up our sand if they hit us, and that turns off their sun, which is also cool. Alright. Eliki, Venu. I'm actually kind of okay with this. Pretty okay with this. Good max, immediately go for Hurricane. I don't care for that option, I don't think. Could also just stay in and Heat Wave. Plus fake out into the Eliki slot. I like that. Worst case scenario, Eliki maxes here. Pretty sure that's going to be a Venusaur maxing. Yep, it is. Cool. So the question is what are they doing here? They're staying in with Eliki. So that's cool. There's the fake out. Good sizable chunk. There's the Heat Wave. Good damage all around there as well. And there's the Vine Lash presumably into Mienshao, which is going to put it down to Sash and is going to get KO'd to Vine Lash. So, honestly, pretty okay turn one. Pretty okay. I kind of like bringing out Sandaconda here. Celesteela also just completely bodies this this Venusaur, but I think we need to be able to deal with the Eliki before we do that. So I think the play here is to bait them to switch. So I'm going to go for an Airstream into the Venusaur, and I'm going to switch Sandaconda out into Celesteela, because they're not going to want to stay in with Eliki here. And they're going to target down the Sandaconda, I believe, with the Venusaur. So going into Celesteela just hopefully will prevent them from actually doing a sizable amount of damage. They are just going to stay in with the Eliki here, it looks like, though. So we're going to get our max off. We currently outspeed the Venusaur. But if they go for Electro Web... If they Electro Web... They probably then outspeed us, but... Oh, they're just going to Volt Switch off my Zapdos. Okay. Well, that hurt. I wonder if that specs Eliki based on that damage. Like, based purely on that damage, that did a sizable chunk. I'm assuming this is Torkoal. No, it's Landorus coming in. Okay. And they're Koba Venusaur. Not really surprised by that either. It means they're going to live this hit. But we still get our speed boost on our Mons, and I think that's really important. And I'm assuming this is just a Vine Lash into my Celesteela. Yep, which does approximately no damage thanks to AV and, 4 times resistance. Okay. So another Airstream should be enough to take out the Venusaur. We could actually... I think the play I like is to Flare into the Landorus and then Flamethrower into the Venusaur here. Like, Sun-boosted Flare... Sun-boosted Flamethrower hopefully is enough to take out this Venusaur. Withdrawing the Landorus, going back into Torkoal. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, it's been real, it's been fun. Zapdos holds on, so... it's still going to be a Sun-boosted Flamethrower. Holy cow, Zapdos, calm down. Alright, cool. So we are able to pick up the KO on the Venusaur. So we still have 1 turn of max. I don't think Zapdos currently outspeeds Eliki. We're going to hold on. Ow. Well, I kind of really like Sandaconda in this endgame. I think that's Eliki coming back out. Yep. Like, I feel pretty okay about this. Dang it, this is the menu I want. Come on now. Alright, so we... 135, that's not going to outspeed Eliki. That's 1.5 is going to be... like 2 something, but not 270. So we're going to max guard. Actually, I think it's always correct to attack here. We can Airstream into the Torkoal. We can Flamethrower into the Eliki. If they want to take down my Celesteela, I'm pretty okay with that. Protect on the Torkoal. Okay. We're just going to Volt Switch off of my Zapdos, pick up the KO there, but that means Landorus is going to come in and take a +1 Sun-boosted Flamethrower. And more importantly, that means I get to bring in Sandaconda in this endgame, and I think that lines up really well for us. Sure, intimidate my special attacker. Thank you. That actually did less than I anticipated. I wonder if that means that's Assault Vest. So they're probably going to switch Landorus out now that we bring back in Sandaconda. I think my play is still just Rock Slide and good Air Slash to the Torkoal slot. I like this. I think this is fine. Okay, there's another KO. So now this is a single target Rock Slide. Now we have a +2 Celesteela. Ow. We connect our Rock Slide. That's good. It does okay damage. But more importantly, they're not able to cycle out their Landorus here. So this is probably going to be Thunderbolt into Celesteela to pick up the KO on it. And I think I just high horsepower into... No, I'm actually going to ignore the Eliki. It doesn't do anything to us. We'll Iron Head into the Landorus. And we will Air Slash into the Landorus. Yep, there's the Thunderbolts. That's going to KO. But if this is Specs, then they're locked into Specs on Thunderbolt, and they can't touch my my Sandaconda. Well, that's a play. Okay. Sandaconda came to play once again. I mean, obviously, the real MVP of that game was Celesteela being able to just dish out as much damage as it actually did. But Sandaconda picked up the last KO, so really is the MVP. It secured us that win. I think we played that game all right. I think the turn that we went for Max Flare, I think it was probably more appropriate to go for another Airstream, because that means if they do bring back out Eliki, then they actually still outspeed us because we're at 135. We get to 270 on speed with Zapdos. So as long as they're timid, they would outspeed us. Or modest. I mean, not modest. Yeah, timid, right? Yeah. Timid is minus attack, right? Or is that Jolly? I don't remember. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's timid. I can't think this morning, people. It is too dang early. It is almost 11 a.m. Alright. So this is hard Trick Room. Kinda. Not really. Like, they definitely have a Trick Room mode with Hatterene and Indeedee. They also have P2 and Amoonguss. So, like, they definitely have multiple ways of getting Trick Room set up. But they don't really have, like, a sufficient sweeper. They just have Metagross and Landorus rounding it out. So, like, they're really reliant on Hatterene to sweep under Trick Room if that's their plan. But honestly, Celesteela just bodies, like, everything they have going on here. I think this is a Celesteela Grimmsnarl game. And I like... I think I like Cinderace and Sandaconda to round it out. It also brings Zapdos because we are safety goggles. I actually like Zapdos over Cinderace here, I think. It means we're less weak to Landorus. Landorus is Intimidate, I should specifically say. I think this is fine. What do we got, opponent? What do we got? Indeedee hat. Okay. Grimmsnarl the Beaming. I mean, they're Psychic Seed. Okay. That means they're not Sash, which is good. What do we like here? I think staying in with Celesteela is appropriate. We get punished for this if they have Mystical Fire on Hatterene, but I think our play is just Flash Cannon the Hatterene and set up a Light Screen this turn. Yeah, I like this. I think it actually might have been correct to... Oh, they're just going to max. Well, okay, so no Trick Room. This tells me they probably have Max Flare. Or they're just going to try to smite down my Grimmsnarl. Yep, just to follow me. Not really surprised by anything that's happened so far. There's our Light Screen. I did like nothing, and yeah, they do have Max Flare. That's really unfortunate. But AV plus screens means we take that pretty okay, all things considered. The big problem is now Celesteela isn't really in a position to Dynamax. I mean, we could. Like, we honestly still could. The problem is now they have Sun boosted Max Flare. So we could go into Sandaconda and Spirit Break into the Indeedee. I should have Spirit Breaked into the Hatterene. Just because if they don't follow me, if they go for like Helping Hand or something this turn, then like we're still... I mean, they do go for the follow me, so we're not really punished. But had they gone for anything else, then we get the special attack drop on the Hatterene. I think that's really important. So at this point, I'm just basically trying to stall out their Dynamax as efficiently as we can. We're going to get rid of the Sun at least and bring up Sand. So then this turn, what we can do is we can go for Iron Head plus... Actually, I think High Horsepower is more likely to KO here. And then we can Spirit Break the Hatterene. If they follow me, this is fine. Reflect Indeedee. Today I learned Indeedee gets Reflect. I mean, it still goes down to High Horsepower here, so that's pretty okay. And we get the special attack drop on the Hatterene, so, like, I feel pretty alright about this turn, but, yeah, there's a Smite into Grimmsnarl. We should live this. Alright. Confusion's going to be cured on Sandaconda thanks to Lumberry. Okay. All things considered, that went pretty okay. I'm assuming they bring out, like, Landorus here. Yep. They're going to get their Intimidate off. Unfortunately, now Sandaconda's at -1, which is not great for us. I think I'm pretty okay with staying in, though. And just going for a Iron Head into Hatterene and going for a Reflect. If we get this Reflect up, I feel really good about our positioning. Okay. There's a non-zero chance that we still lose both of our Mons this turn. Grimmsnarl avoids. Sandaconda takes basically no damage. But they get the flinch. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Well, Grimmsnarl is going to go down. We know they have Mystical Fire, so Dynamaxing Celesteela in front of it does not seem overly appealing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out Zapdos here. And I'm going to protect Zapdos this turn. And we will still just Iron Head into the Hatterene. I think removing it is the... Oh, we don't have Protect. We don't have Protect. I mean, I don't want to max here, I don't think. So I guess we just Heat Wave. Try to get a burn onto the Landorus. That'd be pretty ideal. If there's the Expanding Force, this is going to do okay damage, all things considered. Unfortunately, it's enough to pick up the KO on Sandaconda. And Landorus is still slower. Okay. No burn. But now Expanding Force is single target. So now we had to bring out Celesteela. And I think I still like maxing it here. And going for a Steel Spike into Hatterene, pick up the KO on it. And could Roost. I actually think at +1 Zapdos can take a... I think at +1 Zapdos can take a Rock Slide. Especially behind screens as well. So typically I don't like, Dynamaxing a Mon that's, at half HP, but I think all things considered, this is still our best play. Mystical Fire is going to lower our special attack. But we're going to be able to bring that back up thanks to this Steel Spike, because their Life Orb is going to put them in chip damage, in chip range basically. So sure, we don't get our special attack boost, but we still get to take out the Hatterene, and under Trick Room, that's kind of what I was worried about. And we get the defense boost on Zapdos against this Landorus as well, which is really important. Rock Slide connects on both. No flinch? No flinch. Cool. Burn? No burn. Okay. All things considered, that went pretty okay. If they have Amoonguss as their last, this is not going to be great. That's not great. All things considered, that's pretty okay. We can... I think they're more likely to be Koba. I also think there's just a non-zero chance that Celesteela gets put to sleep here. Zapdos is dead to crit Rock Slide. Yep, there's a Spore on Celesteela. Not really surprised by this. But we do get to burn a turn of sleep now. Okay, no crit on the Zapdos is good. But they get the flinch. They get the flinch. That's really, really bad. This is the last turn of Trick Room. So I will go for the Flare into this Dork, and I will Roost this turn. Can't Spore my Zapdos. I'm Safety Goggles. Celesteela stays asleep, which is unfortunate. Come on, Zapdos. Zapdos, you absolute mad lad. Alright, our light screen is gone. Trick Room is over. Our Dynamax is over. We've burned 2 turns of sleep on Celesteela. So now we Flamethrower this idiot. I kind of want to Roost again. We have 3 more turns of Reflect. We're fine. We're dead to crit, but I think we're fine. Double Heat Wave. Oh, Flamethrower plus Heat Wave I think is appropriate here. We really need to wake up this turn. We really need a burn on the Landorus. No burn. No crit. Okay. Is this enough? Probably not. Good damage. They're gonna Toxic. I didn't know Amoonguss got Toxic this gen. That's cool. So now I'll go for Flash Cannon into the Landorus. And I'm going to Roost this turn. Zapdos is going to take less damage this turn from Roost because we lose our flying typing. So Rock Slide is no longer super effective. Zapdos avoids it anyway. Celesteela takes basically nothing. We get the Flash Cannon off. Not quite enough to KO, but now it's in Heat Wave range. So I think we had this game locked up. We'll go for it doesn't matter, we have to burn a turn of sleep. As long as we connect both of our Heat Waves, this game is over. Okay. GG. Man, we got 1 turn of our Dynamax. And, like, had to play through Trick Room this game. I definitely think that game was pretty well played, all things considered. I think them not really capitalizing on their Trick Room really meant that we were just able to, like, the fact that they didn't really get to do anything on their Trick Room. Oh yeah, they literally couldn't touch Celesteela with this thing, so that's cool. Pretty standard P2. Psychic Seed screens Terrain Pulse. Why Terrain Pulse over Expanding Force? Max attack, max defense, Metagross. Brick Break, Meteor Mash, Zen Head. What is this Metagross set? Yeah, cool team. Really cool team. I like it. Let's get one more in with this and see if we can pull up into Ultra Ball today. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool way to end the day, if I do say so myself. And what do we got? What do we got? Dragapult, Landorus, Torkoal, Indeedee, Venusaur, Charizard. I really like Zapdos. I really like Cinderace. I like Grimmsnarl. And I think we leave Celesteela at home. So the question is, do we like Manchow or Sandaconda more? And I think I'm leaning towards Sandaconda. So I think my play is I want Cinderace, Grimmsnarl up front with Sandaconda, Zapdos in the back. I think this is... I like this the most, I think, of everything else, of all the other iterations that we could have. Cinderace should be able to live a few hits behind screens. So we can hopefully get some actual damage off onto these. Okay, so they don't bring Sun up front, so that's interesting. If there's a Psychic Surge. The question is what do they do with Dragapult? I'm just going to Max Darkness it, and I am going to... I'll set up a Reflect. This is most likely Sash on the Indeedee. I think maxing here was actually incorrect. I think it was better to just go for Pyro Ball this turn because I mean, actually they're just gonna withdraw the Indeedee. Okay. We're gonna bring in Landorus, which is not great for Cinderace, but I mean we're still gonna Max Darkness's Dragapult. Pending that they don't... Alright, they're going to Max Dragapult. That's really good for us. Really, really good. Please be physical. I really need you to be physical Dragapult here. So we know they have Torkoal, Venusaur, or Charizard in the back. I think I played this pretty poorly by maxing here. But, like, I can't Sucker Punch this Dragapult. I think the fear of exactly Landers coming in is a reason not to max. We're going to Airstream. Oh, Grimmsnarl takes that like a champ. Are you Life Orb? Yeah, you are Life Orb. Okay. I wonder if a -1 Darkness is enough to KO here. Probably not, all things considered. Honestly, way closer than I anticipated. I'm pretty okay with that. So now I am going to go for... We will Max Strike the Landorus, and we will Spirit Break into the Dragapult. It was probably correct to set up Light Screen this turn, just so if Grimmsnarl does go down, it's up. Wormwind into Cinderace. We take that. Cinderace isn't pulling his weight here. -2 Cinderace is not in a great position. We are still faster than Landorus, though, so that's cool. So we're going to get a base 140, 130 Max Strike off. And that still just KOs. Oh, that's why. Okay. I was going to say, there's no way we didn't crit there, right? Unfortunately, the Strike, because they are Clear Body, is not going to KO, is not going to pick up the speed drop on the Dragapult, but the Spirit Break is enough to pick up the KO. So now we still have an extra turn of our Dynamax versus Indeedee plus something that dies the Cinderace. Yeah, that crit easily changed the pace of this game. The fact that Cinderace was still faster at +1 compared to Landorus is impressive as well. And there's the Zard, and there's the Indeedee. So now we can go for Max Darkness into the Indeedee. We can set up a Light Screen. It might have been correct to Max Strike this turn to lower the Charizard's speed, so that Grimmsnarl can potentially outspeed it next turn, so that we could fire off a Spirit Break into it. There's our Light Screen. Now Cinderace is nice and safe behind everything that they have going on. Colbur Berry. Even at -2, we did half. Holy cow. Cinderace, you are actually just insane, my dude. There's a Heat Wave. I mean, it does good damage, all things considered. Dazzling Gleam is actually not enough to pick up the KO either. So now we Pyro Ball and we Spirit Break into the Zard. If they follow me here, I'm pretty okay. A -2 Spirit Break might be enough to KO the Indeedee after a Pyro Ball. If they click follow me here. They actually protect the Zard. Okay. Well, Indeedee, how do you like this? Not very. If Dazzling Gleam is going to pick up the double KO, but now it's a 2v2. Nice crit. You crit my 4 HP Cinderace. But we still have screens up. And we get to bring out Sandaconda Zapdos, which just beats up Zard. This just absolutely beats up Zard in every way. So we can Rock Slide, we can Thunderbolt. I should have bolted the Zard. But a single target Rock Slide should be enough to KO it. If they do follow me here. The Thunderbolt would be enough to KO the Zard at -1, I'm sure. Yep, just follow me. There's their Heat Wave. Burn on Sandaconda doesn't matter if they get it because we are Lumberry. There's the Thunderbolt to KO the Indeedee. And now Rock Slide as long as we connect. Hey, nice crit. As long as we connect here should KO the Zard as well. Okay. Cool, no Focus Sash Charizard. It would have gone down to sand if it was, but GG. This team was so fun. I can't stress that enough. This team is extremely unique, and you're able to catch people off guard with your mons that they just don't anticipate. Like Max Strike Cinderace, definitely super unique as well. Just there's a lot of things on this team that look a little unconventional on its surface value. And overall, it is just a ton of fun. So pick up this team while you can. Zordor, please, please, please continue to send in teams. Your teams are fantastic, man. Everything I've played of them has been phenomenal. So that's going to be it, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out that Littleroot Showdown going on tomorrow up on the YouTube page. So have a good one, everyone. Peace.